How's it going, Guardian? Shifty here, and there's a lot of talk about the new Duality dungeon, but in today's video I want to go over how you can easily solo flawless the Prophecy dungeon. This is a dungeon that's free to all players, so everybody has access to this one. Now for this one I'm going to be using a pretty common Solar 3.0 Warlock build with the Fusion Grenade and Starfire Protocol. So my Solar 3.0 setup for this dungeon is going to be Well of Radiance, Empowering Rift, Burst Glide, Incinerator Snap, Fusion Grenades. I have Touch of Flame, and I'm going to be using Icarus Dash, but you could definitely swap this out for Heat Rising. For my fragments I have Ember of Singeing, Ember of Torches, Ember of Ashes, and Ember of Solace. I will be swapping my weapons throughout, but to start things off I'm going to be using Wither Horde, Forbearance, and the Falling Guillotine. Next up, for my armor mods I have Unquenchable Thirst, Grenade Launcher Ammo Finder, and Bountiful Wells in my helmet. In my arms I have Grenade Launcher Loader and Elemental Ordnance. In my Starfire Protocol I have Arc Damage Resistance as well as Solar and Void Damage Resistance, and then I have Seeking Wells. Then in my legs I have Grenade Launcher Scavenger and Well of Life. And finally in my class item I have Classy Restoration and Explosive Wellmaker. With that said, let's get into the solo flawless run of the Prophecy dungeon, and I will explain loadout changes along the way because there will be live commentary.
What is the dark, they ask? What is its nature? Why don't they ask the same of the light? You ask a question of pure potential.
Alright, so this is basically Gambit the dungeon. We're going to be collecting motes of different colors. So we're standing in the light, so we got light motes from killing the knight. In order to get dark motes, you stand in the dark and kill the knight. But I want a full set of 5 light motes. So we're going to go ahead and grab those. And once I have 5, I'll have light motes max, and we basically just dunk them in light beam. Now there's the dark beam, I have to grab 5 dark motes. So most people should be pretty familiar with this dungeon, but I am doing a little bit of explaining in case you're not. Alright, let's go and unlock the first door. One thing I like to do personally is I like to head back into this area and grab 5 more dark motes. The next area, it's a little bit difficult to grab dark motes in my opinion, so I like to grab them back here quick. And then make my way to the next area, because we will have to unlock another door by dunking some more motes. And you can see this area is pretty light, there's not a ton of shadow to stand in, and that's why I grabbed the dark ones in the previous area. You only have so much time holding these motes though, so you got to get right to the pillar here. Now all I need is some light motes. Alright, I have 3 light motes, 2 more. And we have all the light motes. And now we can make our way to the first boss fight. There are cheeses and skips where you don't even have to do that opening area, but I figured I'd just do a full standard run. And here's the first boss arena. The same mechanics are going to apply. You can see 2 light and 2 dark pillars there. We're going to have to grab full stacks of light and dark motes to clear those, and to do so we're going to have to kill knights in the appropriate area. So I'm going to start the encounter. Dunking in all those light pillars will make the boss vulnerable, and that's how we get to our damage phase. So I have 3 dark motes. Let's get a few more here. Weaken that knight. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and dunk my first set of dark motes. Let's grab these ones from the knight I just killed a second ago. Might as well place an empowering rip to get restoration. There we go. Let's take out some of these enemies around me using my wave frame. Avoid the boss if at all possible. Should get some more dark motes here. And this should clear the final dark pillar. I also partially have Icarus Dash on to be able to dodge back into the arena if I get boofed by the boss. Kind of a useful tool to have. Of course, avoiding the boss is the best case scenario. I want to try to get some light motes, so I'm taking out the knight while standing in the light. Going to do the same here. Perfect. There's my first light dunk. And there's a perfect example of getting back into the arena using Icarus Dash. Alright. I should have my final set of light motes. What I'm going to do is immediately dunk those up here. Then I want to get onto the boss for damage. And the boss should go down here, hopefully. And that was a very risky one phase. It could have gone a lot smoother if I was a little bit better at doing damage to it, but we did get the one phase done regardless. So we can move on to the next area. I'm going to swap to a pulse rifle here. It doesn't really matter. I just want something with a little bit of range. And I'm going to go ahead and just swap to basically any old heavy will work, but I'm going to go with Gallarhorn just in case I get some heavy ammo. And so let's head down here. So in this area, we want to look for any of the taken blights. At any of these kind of key locations there. I might as well show you where the secret chest is in case you didn't know. You want to look for this area and hop down in here. And there's a secret chest. I shouldn't get anything from here because I've already grabbed it this week, but I just wanted to let you know where it was in case you wanted to grab it. And there's our taken blights. So let's get on over to those. There's going to be some hobgoblins that spawn up top. I like to take those out, otherwise they're going to be sniping you the whole time. You also want to be careful for the invisible minotaurs in the arena. I completely forgot that I need to take these blights out, so I might as well swap to something else. Let's go with a fusion rifle here. Yeah, fusion rifle will do just fine. Almost forgot I want to take these blights out a little bit faster than with just a primary weapon, so this should do fine. 3 shots from a rapid fire fusion. There it is. Once you've destroyed all 3 blights in a given area, you want to grab the orb in the middle, and we have to repeat this 2 more times to move on. So now I want to look for taking blights in another area. And there they are. Not too difficult to find, I guess. Hobgoblin should start spawning. See if I can get that fusion on that one. I didn't get it on it, but I was still able to kill it, so that's a good thing, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna go and move on. Try to start clearing out one of these blights instead of dealing with all these thrall. Trying to look for special ammo primarily there. Alright, we have to grab the orb in the middle. And then we have to look for the final area with blights. Looks like it's way over here. I'm gonna go ahead and pop my super because I'll be able to get it before the next boss fight anyway. Alright, one blight is down. Unfortunately, I do not have any more special ammo. Bastion works really well on these, but I didn't have a Bastion on me, and I didn't really feel like pulling it out using Dim. We should just have this one. Should just be this one more blight. Alright, final blight's down. Grab the orb in the middle, and then we can move on. So there's kind of two big walls that look like that in the area. We don't want to go to the left one. We want to go to the one that's to the right or opposite of where we came in at. That's going to be way over there. You can't quite see it yet. You can kind of start to see it now. There it is. That's where we want to go for the next boss fight. So for this next fight, I'm going to go ahead and leave my pulse rifle on. I'm going to swap back to forbearance, and I'm going to keep Gjallarhorn on as well. And we're going to go ahead and grab the rally flag. Everything else is going to stay the same though. Reload everything quick. And I'm going to go ahead and start it. For this encounter, we want to look for a Toland orb like that, and look for the color beneath it, so we need light. So since we have that light pillar there, we have to grab 5 sets of light motes. To get the knights to spawn, we have to kill some of these hobgoblins. There's going to be 2 hobgoblins at a time, up high. And each time you kill one, you're going to spawn a knight. And we need to be standing in the light when we kill this one. Alright, we got light motes, 3 of them. By the way, anytime you kill one of the knights, a hobgoblin will respawn as well. So just be aware of that. So we're going to go ahead and take this knight out. Grab our final motes, head on over to the correct spot, dunk them, and then immediately head to the middle of the arena. This will send us to the next area, and we basically have to repeat that process 5 times. 5 more times. And so there's my orb right away. We're going to need dark motes. You're going to have acolytes that spawn right away. I would recommend taking those out, just so they're not bothering you. Acolytes down. Let's get these hobgoblins dealt with so we can get our dark modes. Okay, we need dark motes. One knight is going to be spawning right here. Okay, we should have all our dark motes now. Grab in the dark. And here's where we have to dunk. Dunk, head to the center. Alright, we're going to need dark again. Quickly take out those acolytes. Let's go ahead and deal with these hobgoblins. Again, we need dark motes, so I need to be standing in the dark. Got my first set. And there should be my second set. One of them fell down the hole, unfortunately. Let's dunk that. Get to the middle. We're going to need dark yet again. So it's all going to be just random. Of course, we get dark so many times in a row. Let's go ahead and take care of these hobgoblins. So I need to be standing in the dark. Let's get over here. Alright. First set of dark. Second set of dark. And we should be good to go. Gotta go all the way over there. We should be getting close to the 2 bosses that spawn. I think either 1 or 2 more. I haven't really been keeping track. I believe this should be the last one. So what do we got? I believe the orb is up there. Yep, we need dark. And the reason I wanted this pulse rifle was so we had a little bit of range for these hobgoblins. Needed dark, so I'm going to stand in the dark, of course. And there we go. Let's go dunk this one. And this might be the last one. I guess we'll find out. Yep, this is the last one because this is the arena where the bosses are going to spawn. I'm going to go ahead and pop my well. Take one of the bosses out. And there we go. The second boss is down. Chest should spawn and we should be on our way. Just have to hop right up back out where we came in, right above the chest. And we gotta wait for the door to open here. We'll be back in this heaven and hell area. And there's not really much else to do here in this wasteland, so we can just head to the right and go towards where that other wall is from earlier. And we're going to go in here, and then we're going to be participating in what is lovingly known as Rainbow Road. You get some nice neon colors right here. I guess it's not Rainbow Road, it's referred to as Ribbon Road a lot of the time, and you'll see why. If you've ever played Mario Kart, you'll understand. And here we are. a ton of ribbons, and you can choose to run down these or you can use your sparrow. I'm going to use my sparrow, even though it's probably against my better judgment to do so. I'm not super great on the sparrows here, and if anyone knows how warlocks play, if you miss your jump, you're basically done for. There are going to be snipers, so you do have to be aware of that. And you can see why it gets compared to a Rainbow Road from Mario Kart. Of course, if you don't feel comfortable using your sparrow, by all means, just run this whole course. You can also jump down the platforms that you see all around. At this section, I like to get off my sparrow for a little bit just because there's so many snipers and these drops are kind of ridiculous sometimes on a sparrow. And just like that, I kind of got launched. And I'm going to stay off my sparrow for the most part here because there's going to be twisted ribbons like this. Can't exactly drive your sparrow on these because we're going to be hopping to other ribbons like this. Alright, so we're going to want to hop to this platform over here. Then back onto this ribbon. Hop down onto this ribbon. And at this point you can hop back on your sparrow if you would like. If you don't trust yourself for a solo flawless run, by all means just take your time, run down this thing, take care of enemies if you want to. And that was a close one. Those taken boop cannons are kind of scary. I'm going to be careful around this curve. I think at this point I'm just going to hop off. We're almost there anyway. And since I showed you the location of the first chest, I might as well show you the location of the second one. Second one is in this last pyramid before the final boss fight. You hop down a little hole in the corner, jump across, and right up here you'll find the second secret chest for this dungeon. I won't get anything, of course, because I've already done the dungeon for this week. Alright, so now we're going to be heading on to the final boss fight. Alright, we just got to get taken up by the tractor beam here. There we go. Hopping on your sparrow sometimes helps. We don't really have to kill those anyway, so let's just head up here and get started. So I'm going to do a little bit of loadout swapping here. I'm going to go back to using Wither Horde And I'm going to be using a Cataclysmic with bait and switch and 4th time's a charm. But you can of course use any linear fusion rifle here if you don't have that one. This is going to be my setup. Witherhoard, Forbearance, Cataclysmic. Make sure I'm full up on ammo here. Make sure everything's reloaded. And everything else about my build is going to stay the same. And you can see there's 3 beams around the arena. We're going to have to clear those to get a boss damage phase. So what I'm going to do here, since we have so much healing, so much damage resistance, I'm just going to go ahead and try to rush the motes that I need. And now that I have my full light mode, I'm going to go ahead and dunk it over here. Every time you dunk in one of these corners, the image of the boss is going to go away, but you will get an ogre. Just quickly take care of that ogre with my Starfire Protocol build. Alright, we got some dark motes. Let's get the remainder of our dark motes. There we go. Let's go dunk it in this one. Again, we'll get a ogre as well. Ogre's down. We're going to have some more of these scions. We need one more set of dark motes. Alright, there's our last set of dark motes. Now there will be an ogre that spawns after I dunk these ones as well. But I'm going to ignore that one, and I'm just going to go straight to the middle of the arena where we're going to be teleported for boss damage. And what I'm going to do here, make sure everything's reloaded. I'm going to try to get a Witherhoard on the boss. Try to get a fusion grenade on the boss. And I'm going to hit it with my linear fusion for a little bit of damage. We're going to take out these guys. I'm going to head right up here. I'm going to place an Empowering Rift. We're going to get some fusion grenade damage on the boss. And now I'm going to focus primarily on getting these guys out of here over on the end. There we go. This is going to allow me to prepare for when the boss teleports right here. Where I'm going to spam my fusion grenades. I'm going to prepare for when the boss teleports right there. Again, we're going to spam fusions. Alright, we almost got half of its health. This may end up being a 3-phase, which is absolutely fine. You can just take your time. Again, we're going to kind of rush the motes in this next area without worrying too much about the ads. You just need to see what we need. You want to orient yourself right away. Alright, so we have dark, dark, dark. Which isn't too bad for this arena. This particular side of the arena is all pretty much dark. So we have some light motes on accident. I'm not sure how we got light motes when we were clearly standing in the dark, but, you know, it'll happen from time to time and you'll question why. I'm trying to find knights. I'm not sure why I keep getting light there. There we go. There's our darks. I'm going to place them right here. I'm going to go ahead and place an Empowering Rift. Get it on the ogre. And that was a close one. And we have our next set of dark motes. We also unfortunately have some scions there. That's fine. Let's dunk that. The ogre's down. We got some more dark motes. And we should have our final set of dark motes. Let's go ahead and dunk that. And we can head straight to the middle without dealing with this ogre. We're going to try to repeat the process from last time. So Wither Horde, Fusion, my Forbearance. Alright, we got a few more shots with my Linear Fusion that time. I almost forgot the boss landed there. Let's get some more Linear Fusion shots on. Maybe not. Get a Wither Horde shot on, and then we'll head up and deal with these hobgoblins here. Place a Wither Horde there. Get an Empowering Rift placed down there. That was a close one. We were so close to a 1-phase or 2-phase. And there we are. We got the 2-phase down. If it ends up being a 3-phase, don't worry too much about it. It can sometimes end up being a 3-phase. But that is it. That is a solo flawless run of the Prophecy Dungeon in Season of the Haunted, using one of the new amazing Solar 3.0 Warlock builds. I've been really enjoying this build, and it works so well in some of these dungeons, especially Duality, and this one in particular. That's it for today's video. I just want to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.